All right, let's jump right into a really fascinating financial puzzle that revolves around a company named Oklo.
So get this. For the second quarter of 2025, Oklo reported zero revenue. Yep, not a single dollar. They're what we call a pre-revenue company, which basically means they haven't sold a thing yet.
And on top of that, their losses were actually worse than Wall Street was expecting. Analysts were forecasting a loss of about 12 cents a share. Instead, Oklo came in with a loss of 18 cents.
Now you'd think this is terrible news, right? No income, bigger losses, that stock should have cratered. But after a little dip, it pretty much held steady. So what on earth is going on here?
The answer, it turns out, isn't in last quarter's numbers. It's in what's coming over the next decade. To really get it, we have to pull back from a spreadsheet and look at two huge, powerful trends that are literally colliding right now.
First up, the world has an absolutely insatiable thirst for power. I mean, a staggering amount. Think about the AI revolution, the explosion in data centers, electrifying industry, national security. It's a tidal wave of demand for clean, reliable energy.
And look, this isn't just some fringe idea. The US government itself is saying this out loud. Their official AI action plan flat out says that to win at AI, we need new, reliable power sources, like advanced nuclear reactors. They see it as absolutely essential.
And that brings us to the second massive trend. The government is putting its foot on the gas. All through 2025, we've seen this unprecedented push, executive orders, a huge bill with tax credits and funding, and that AI plan we just mentioned. They are throwing serious weight behind getting nuclear power fast-tracked.
So you've got this massive demand for power on one side and this huge government push on the other. Now let's see where Oklo fits into this picture.
So this is what Oklo is all about. They're building these small, advanced reactors they call Aurora Power Houses. The whole idea is that they can be built in a factory and shipped out, making deployment way faster. Their target for the first one? Late 2027.
And this is where you can really see how different their thinking is. We're not talking about those gigantic one-off nuclear plants that take decades and billions to build. Oklo's game is all about small, repeatable, factory-built powerhouses, and they plan to sell power directly to the customer.
And this is the key to their whole business model. Build, own, and operate. They aren't just a reactor manufacturer. The plan is to build the plant, keep ownership, and then run it themselves, selling the power on a long-term contract. That means steady, predictable revenue for years and years.
Okay, so a new kind of reactor is one thing, but what about the fuel? This is where it gets really interesting. And it's what a lot of investors are pointing to as Oklo's secret weapon.
They're not just relying on one source. They have this really smart three-part strategy for getting fuel. And trust me, this isn't just a boring supply chain detail. It's central to their whole plan for keeping costs down and staying flexible.
So on one hand, yes, their reactors can absolutely use the new advanced nuclear fuel that's coming onto the market. It's called HALEU.
But here's their ace in the hole. Their reactors are designed to also run on what's called down-blended fuel. What does that mean? It means they can take material from old government stockpiles, stuff that's basically treated as a waste product, and use it as fuel. They're literally turning a liability into a power source.
And the long-term vision here is huge. Their CEO, Jake Dweed, says it plain and simple. Recycled fuel is going to be way, way cheaper. We're talking considerably less than buying brand new fuel.
And they're not going it alone. Look at these partnerships. This is a huge vote of confidence. The U.S. Air Force picked them to build the first advanced reactor on a military base. They're working with a major energy player, a global nuclear giant from Korea, a data center company. These aren't small-time players.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. Let's solve that puzzle we started with. Why didn't the market freak out about those ugly quarterly numbers?